Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. The greatest game I have ever played is Naked Twister. One sweet drunken night in college, Perna. Volunteering at that retirement center was the best college decision I ever made. The parties were off the chain, as we used to say. Bertha, you crazy bitch, the world just isn't the same without you. The other greatest game may have been last night in Monday Night Football's 3.5-hour highlight reel thriller between the Rams and Chiefs. 14 touchdown scoring spectacular. 14 touchdowns is more than the Bills have scored on offense all year long. They are saying this was the greatest game ever played. I disagree. The Eagles beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl was the greatest game ever played. Tied with the Giants beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl, tied with the Giants beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl again, tied with the Broncos beating the Patriots in the AFC Championship game, and tied with the Broncos beating the Patriots in the AFC Championship game again. So technically it's the 6th greatest game ever played, but let's review this monster. I do have big dick Patreon shoutouts for Brandon. Please come cook with us at Dumb Fun Cooking on YouTube. Shout out to Dumb Fun Cooking, not only for donating to my show, but for also being some of the only women who watch my show. I will come cook with you, as long as I don't have to drive to Canada to do it. Patreon is how I pay my bills. If you want to support this channel, patreon.com/thatsgoodsports. Thank you. This game was louder than my Shinesty jacket. This game started with complete Rams domination. Jared Goff looked cool and in control, like he spent the entire day watching Halle Berry movies instead of game film. Gothica.
Yes.
X-Men.
Yes.
Swordfish.
Yes.
Monsters Ball.
Yes.
And of course, the last Boy Scout in the program to get ready for some football.
Yes.
10 minutes into the game, and the Rams were up 13-0. To paint you a viral illustration, they were the Ram, and the Chiefs were the man on the motorcycle. The Ram and the man on the motorcycle is Halle Berry's next movie. Early on, I thought, oh shit, LA might run away with this. They do have defensive personnel to make this hard on the Chiefs. What I didn't know is that Andy Reid spent 10 years in the wild, learning to communicate with nature, specifically rams. This is Andy Reid in the wild taming a ram by giving it a haircut. And this is Kareem Hunt forcing the Rams defense to respect the run. Something Sean McVay decided not to do with Todd Gurley. And here come the Chiefs.
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 Why did he say it so weird? Who knows? What I do know is Tyreek Hill is probably faster than most speedy land animals on Earth. Not really impressive though. Let's see him outswim a sailfish in the ocean. Then I'll be fucking impressed. The LA secondary did not have an answer for Tyreek Hill, and the Chiefs take a little off the top of the Rams' lead. If you're an LA fan, you have to be happy about the way Josh Reynolds stepped up and replaced the production this team normally gets with the injured Cooper Kupp. This game was so entertaining that instead of doing play-by-play for all of the highlights, I'll just read from the most boring book ever written, Wuthering Heights. And you'll be happy because touchdowns and electric plays are bursting through your corneas like the nude flashing lights from your phone while watching Pornhub in a dark, dark janitor's closet at work. From Wuthering Heights, you teach me now how cruel you have been. Cruel and false. Why did you despise me? Why did you betray your own heart, Kathy? I have not one word of comfort. You deserve this. You have killed yourself. Yes, you may kiss me and cry and wring out my kisses and tears. They'll blight you. They'll damn you. You loved me. What right had you to leave me? Answer me for the poor fancy you felt for Linton? Because misery and degradation and death and nothing that God or Satan could inflict would have parted us. You of your own will did it. I have not broken your heart. You have broken it. And in breaking it, you have broken mine. So much the worse for me that I am strong. Did I want to live? What kind of living will it be when you, oh God would you like to lie with your soul in the grave? Actually, that sounds dope as fuck. Maybe I should give Emily Bronte another chance. The referees played a part in making this beautiful mess of a game, especially in the first half, where it became clear their job was to outlaw defense. No corner or safety shall be allowed to even graze the jersey of a ball catcher. You touch a wide receiver, you will be reprimanded faster than a pushy reporter at the White House. The NFL rules have rather rapidly over the last few years degraded the ability of a fair fight for defensive players. This lowering the helmet penalty late in the game was bullshit. And we know Kareem Hunt and Todd Gurley do this more than anybody in the league and never get called. Yes, there were exciting defensive plays, defensive touchdowns in this game, which made the madness even more entertaining. The side effect of throwing the ball a combined 95 times in one game is that the quarterbacks are going to make mistakes. Sacks and strips and pick sixes are going to happen. Basically, both offenses were trying to score every single play of the game. 3rd and 1, let's throw it 50 yards and see if we can pick up that first down with just a touchdown. Which again, gives me mixed feelings. I think seeing 1 or 2 games like this every year is great for the NFL. I had no vested interest in this game. I was rooting for the Rams because as a Broncos fan, it's in my blood to oppose the Chiefs. But the Broncos are not catching Kansas City this year, so I really didn't care who actually won. If you don't care who wins, the game has to be amazing to captivate your attention. And this game did that. It did it to the max. But if this happened every game, every week in the NFL, it wouldn't feel special. Everyone wouldn't be talking about it today. It would be like if Christmas happened 3 days a week from September until the first week in February. At first, you'd be like, fuck yeah, that sounds amazing. But then you realize, oh no, mommy and daddy are destitute, and we have to sell our home because we're broke and because we don't have anywhere to store all of these goddamn Christmas presents. How many Amazon Echoes does a 14-year-old boy need? They're always on sale. If touchdowns are easy to score all the time, they lose their magic. I mean, there are 8 days of Hanukkah, and that's why it will never, ever be able to compete with the one magnificent day that is Christmas. Now, this exact game happened in 2013 when the Broncos played the Dallas Cowboys. Peyton Manning and Tony Romo engaged in a shootout that I swear to God is an Easter egg challenge in Red Dead 2. They combined for 9 touchdowns and 920 passing yards. That game also had over 1,000 yards of offense in a 51-48 Broncos victory. That saw the greatest trick of Peyton Manning's career, a rushing touchdown that fooled the world. Now that was when Tony Romo could sprint without breaking his fucking back, and Jason Witten didn't have to form complete sentences on live TV. These types of games do happen. This is not the new NFL. It is just happening during a year where offense is dominating. The difference in 2013 was that the Broncos were pretty much the only team with that crazy good of an offense. The game occurred in April, and the Cowboys had an average record, and it didn't happen during prime time. The Rams and Chiefs shootout is truly special because they met week 11, and both teams had just one loss heading into this game. You can fuck the defense as many ways as you want with lopsided rules, but you cannot plan for 2 9-1 teams to meet in primetime football this late in the year. Every year. How could you when you have to give the Cowboys and the Giants 75% of the stupid primetime games? The circumstances were rare and the performances lived up to the hype. It was awesome. Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes each had a 117 QB rating, which is weird because Mahomes had 5 turnovers to Goff's 2, which makes me think QB ratings are like credit scores. 100% bullshit. Chiefs wide receiver Sammy Watkins was with the Rams last year, and Rams cornerback Marcus Peters was with the Chiefs last year. They both had 1 reception in this game, so suck it, Chiefs. Okay, where are we in the highlights? Are we at the end of this heavyweight slugfest yet? The Rams lost the lead with 2:47 left in the game, at which point I tweeted, "Still plenty of time for the Rams to score, ... and then for both teams to each score 2 more touchdowns." That was sarcasm, and yet there were 4 more possessions after that, which, in a truly ironic turn of events resulted in Andy Reid losing this game watching the coach on the other side of the field, Sean McVay, execute terrible clock management in the final minutes. After the Rams took back the lead with the Gerald Everett touchdown, there's 1:49 left on the clock. That was followed by the greatest catch Tyreek Hill will ever make in his career. I have no idea how he holds onto the ball here with his tiny little hands, but that was all for nothing. The Rams pass rush forces this shitty Patrick Mahomes throw to be picked off by none other than former Chiefs corner Marcus Peters to what should have ended the damn game. 1 minute, 18 seconds left with Todd Gurley, the NFL's leading rusher, in the backfield, and Sean McVay decides to throw the ball a few times, giving the Chiefs the ball back with the timeout and 50 seconds remaining. Luckily for McVay, his punter, Johnny Hecker, bailed him out with a booming 68-yard punt. At sea level, folks. Now, Patrick Mahomes got the ball back, but he's not quite at Aaron Rodgers' level yet. He needs a few Madden Game Pack upgrades to get that Hail Mary level above 90% like Rodgers, ends the game with an interception. I was surprised that Sean McVay kneeled the ball to end the game when he could have run another sneaky wide receiver screen. And that's the story of the greatest game ever played, starring the Rams, the Chiefs, and of course Shia LaBeouf.
Make your dreams come true!
I do think the better team won here, and I say that only because the Rams' defense simply has more playmakers. The Chiefs have more touchdowns this season than the Rams and the Saints. The Saints, the true best team in the NFL right now, and that's because their defense is actually stopping opposing teams from scoring more than 40 points a game. What I do think is that this game prepares both teams for the playoffs. I think both of these teams have tremendous resilience and can come back from any in-game disaster in the playoffs outside of a quarterback injury. If the Chiefs played the Patriots this Sunday, they would fucking destroy them. The Rams play the Bears in prime time in 2 weeks, so circle that game. The Bears have what might be the best defense in the league right now, and I am curious to see how they hang with LA. Will they crumble like the Titans did against the Colts last week? Also note that the Rams will have played the Saints, Chiefs, obviously, and the Bears this season, and the Chiefs will have played the Rams, Steelers, and Patriots. Each team has essentially practiced what could be their exact postseason road to the Super Bowl. And that's the end of that chapter. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. If you're not already subbed, just subscribe. And I will have a preview for the Thanksgiving games up tomorrow, so come back and check out Thanksgiving football predictions and check out some of my other videos on my channel. There's like almost 950 now.